All right, everybody, here is how I have been consistently able to rank plumbing Google business profiles in the number one spot in multiple cities, competitive, not competitive. Here are some examples. So, when you search for a plumber in the city of Brampton, as you can see after the sponsored results, this is the first company that shows up. I do own that company. I'll show you in a second. In Oshawa, as you could see, I am the second after the sponsored results over here. So I do rank second in all of this city as well. And then third off in Newmarket, as you can see, sponsored result. I'm right over here, second in all of the Google Maps for Newmarket search plumber Newmarket. So again, I'll show you right over here. This is me. This is the Oshawa page. Again, I have complete ownership of this page over here, as well as wrong one over here, this one over here. So this is another plumbing Google My Business profile that I have. Again, I just showed that it was ranking first in all of Newmarket, which is the city it's listed in. And then I have various others. The Brampton one, I don't have the Gmail account right now. So honestly, just call the number. I'll answer if you don't believe me. It's literally right here. Go ahead, do me a favor, find out that I'm 100% legit. Here's the phone number right here. Call it, okay? Anyways, so yeah, I have consistently been able to rank these profiles to the number one spot in their city. And by the way, these are not small cities either. Brampton population in Oshawa, you can see over here, it's around 200,000. Brampton, again, one of the cities I rank first with over 800,000 people in the city of Brampton. So these aren't light cities. These are pretty competitive markets I'm in, and again, like I said, I'm able to dominate based off a couple different things that I have pretty much standardized across all Google business profiles, and a couple things that I make sure that I don't do on these Google business profiles. These are things that some people will tell you is very important and that you need to make sure you're doing, and I'm here to tell you that. Well, clearly it doesn't matter. Okay. So first of all, just to explain what I personally do, I don't know anything about plumbing. I'm just a stupid 19-year-old kid, but I do know how to rank these profiles. So what I do is I actually own all of these profiles. I get the calls, and then through my own plumbing company that I set up, which is really just a outsourcing business, I just contract all the work. I have a plumber who I send all of these jobs to. I get around 15, I would say on average, leads per day, booking around seven call outs every single day. And I'm doing pretty good money. I make good margins on those. So that's the business model that I run. If you're interested in doing something like that, I'll put my WhatsApp in the description. Honestly, anybody who's interested in any of this stuff can text me. Or if you're a plumber, you're just looking to get this set up and you need help or something, or you want me to help you with it, just text me on my WhatsApp number. It'll be in the description. But basically, from list of most importance to least importance, let's go over everything that you need to do and what you do not need to do. So the number one thing is reviews. Now, obviously, you know that you need good reviews and a good rating, and the more reviews, the better. But how many reviews? What rating do you need? Like, this is so broad. So let me explain, right? So if we're looking for a plumber in Newmarket, as you can see, there I am, the top. But we can go take a look at the top three. Disregard me. Right, 501 reviews, 159, 233, 38, 190, 104. So you can see all of these are, I guess, if you average out the top 3 to 4, which is, I mean, you really want to be in the top three. That's where almost everybody calls. But as you can see here, okay, I'm getting an idea of what review count I need to be at to compete with all of these. So 233 with a 5-star rating. Okay, that is a pretty good rating. 159 with a 4.9 and a 501 review count with 4.8 stars. Okay, so when you look at the top three in your city, that's basically going to give you an idea of where you want to be in terms of review count. Now, of course, you can take advantage of pages that don't have all of the other factors optimized and get away with a lot less reviews. Like, as you can see, this 38 review page is ranking above these right here, with even this one with 500. So there are more reasons, which I'll get into right now. But generally, as a rule of thumb, if you look at your top three and you basically find the guy who has the least out of those, you want to be around that sort of review count. So that is what you want to be at in terms of reviews, and you always want to maintain a 4.9 to 5-star rating. I don't think it's possible to be honest, at all to rank in the top three with like a 4.6. So make sure you're keeping your rating high. And if you do need reviews that you're not able to get through customers, get them. Get fake reviews. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Get your fake reviews because every single one of these companies is doing that too. So just go ahead and buy them. Okay. So that's the first thing. Reviews, you want to be up there in the top three. Then the next key factor is that you are listed on a physical address instead of a service area business. So having an address is obviously going to be better because anybody who's close by, right? Let's say you're searching for like a Domino's pizza. Okay. It's not going to show you the Domino's pizza that's 30 minutes away. It's going to show you the Domino's pizza that's 2 minutes away. So same thing with every other industry, every other category, and every other sort of way of searching. Google wants to optimize its results for the searcher. It wants the searcher to have the best experience. Therefore, it's going to show the searcher the closest results to them. So if you are listed on an address, you get that extra benefit of everybody nearby sort of just seeing your page first and you ranking highest because of the sheer fact that you are listed on an address nearby. Now, over the grand scheme of the whole city, doesn't really matter. But and again, with a service area business, you could still get leads and do very well. As you can see, the second business over here, he's doing very well in so many aspects. 501, 4.8 star, and he is he's listed as a service area, right? So there's no saying that you can't rank as a service area, but having a physical location up is a lot better. So if you can get this video when you're verifying your profile, if you can verify this at a location, whether you have to use somebody some tools, a little bit of knowing stuff, and a little bit of maybe finessing here and there. I can't say that. Um, you know what? I'm not going to say that I do any of that. I don't do any of that. Anyways, when you're recording your video, try to get it on an address, okay? That's the second thing. Now, the third thing is the title. So keywords are very, very important, and in the title especially so. Okay, so the title is going to make up most of your SEO, probably around like 50 or 60%. So everything else gets thrown out the window if your title is not optimized. So as you can see here, there's a small gap in the market over here where only one is actually mentioning plumber as well as city name in the title. So why does this matter? Well, somebody's searching for a plumbing service, right? They're most likely, again, I'll show you exactly how to find out, but most people in most cities are going to be searching for plumber plus their city name. So if I'm in Toronto, I'm searching for a plumber. My search would literally be plumber Toronto or plumber near me. Okay. So when you actually have this in your name, it shows Google that you are a more credible option for the user and that you are the best option for Google to show to the user. So they are going to boost you higher. Okay. So as you can see, these other companies have plumbing, right? No one's searching for plumbing Newmarket, plumbing Toronto. They're searching for plumber Toronto. Okay. Plumbers is good as well, but again, this doesn't have either or. This doesn't have the city name or plumber in it. Again, another plumbing. So that's basically a huge factor as to what is going to determine whether you are able to rank high. It is the title of your Google business profile. Now, if you're registered as a different sort of company name, like let's say this company's name is Delta Plumbing, it's fine. You could still make your GMB profile called Delta Plumbers. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get verified if you do everything right. Okay. So that is one quick tip. And then again, just to find out exactly what things people are searching for, you're going to go over to semrush.com. You're going to go over to keyword overview tool, and you're basically just going to search up plumber plus your city. So let's say again, I want to do Newmarket, right? You know what? Let's do Toronto. It's a more broad market. Toronto. I'm going to search it, and then I'm going to be able to see every related search that comes up and how many people are searching for it. So I see plumber Toronto is significantly 2.5 times higher than plumbing Toronto. So that's why I'm going to put plumber Toronto in my name. This is literally what every single person almost is searching for. They're searching for plumber Toronto. So that's what you want to keep in your title name. Okay. Next up is the description with keywords. So as I was just referencing SEMrush here, you're going to do a little bit of your own keyword research, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But you want to make sure that your descriptions are aligned with what people are searching for. So again, if I go in over here and I see what other related terms people are searching for, I'm going to see people are searching for an emergency plumber. Okay, noted. I'm going to see that people are searching for Drain services, people are searching for 24-hour services. You can 24 hours emergency drain. So I'm going to compile these keywords and I'm going to actually use them in my description, which is this 750 characters you have over here to make as a description for your business. And you're basically going to utilize whatever people are searching for in those 750 characters in a human like way. You don't want to just keep spamming different words. You want to put it in a human way. So, an example of this is when you're crafting your copy, would be like if you're looking for a plumbing service in Toronto, look no further than plumber, blah, 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 Toronto. Okay. We specialize in drain services, emergency services. We are 24 hours. Again, so you're using these keywords in a smart way where it's not going to get flagged as spam and what people call keyword stuffing. And you're basically getting all of the benefits of keeping them in your profile. Okay, so that's the next thing. The next step is consistent traffic. So Google likes to see that people are actually calling this business, people are interacting, you're answering your customers, because that just gives more trust signal as if you are a properly done business that is going to be helpful for its users. Okay, so its users are going to have the best experience. Of course, if you're answering your phone, if you're consistently getting reviews, if you're consistently updating stuff on your page, right? So just doing things like these, don't overlook it. It is important to answer your phone. It is important to reply to your reviews. It is important to get reviews consistently. If you can get a review every single day from a customer, you finish a job, send them over a link to a review, or fucking buy one from Pakistan. I don't know, whatever you want to do with your reviews, you can go ahead and do with your reviews, but you want to get them consistently. And then the last thing is sections filled out with keywords. So as I was saying with the description, pretty much the same thing, right? You're going to have a Q&A section, throw in 10 questions and answer them with keywords using in the name. So again, leaks, right? Plumber, city name. You want to be using all of those. Then you have a couple other options where you can do that. So you have your description, of course. You have service areas. So you can throw in all of these service areas. This is pretty important too, to make sure you're hitting the right service areas. If you need more help, like choosing the right service areas with this is actually a lot more like nuanced than you would think, because you do want to make sure that you are targeting the right area. You're not going too broad to where your profile is going to be spread across the population, and you're not ranking there, or too narrow where it's like you're not getting enough people because you're only servicing a certain amount of zip codes. So if you need help with something like that, again, I'll put my number down in the description. Just text me. We can figure something out. But that, and then services, or actually even just filling all of this stuff out is pretty helpful. Just honestly having all of this stuff just filled out with whatever information you can have. And then where's the services? I think that's separate. Yeah, so edit services. So you have all these services. You have all of these areas where you can play around with and add keywords. So that is important. You do that as well. And apart from that, we are pretty much done. So if you just get these 6 things narrowed down very, very well, again, there is more that goes into it. There's a lot of details that are sort of not explainable in the span of like one single YouTube video, but generally speaking, this is going to get you ahead of 80% of your competition. Okay, if you just listen to what I said here, 80% of your competition, it's wraps for them. Okay, now what not to do. Okay, so these are just like a couple little bullshit things that people tell you. I know I said updating your business every day is useful. In a sense, it might be, but if you are prioritizing updating your business every single day or getting an extra 20 reviews every single day, that's how you know you're doing something wrong, because this is just such an insignificant factor. Like I don't even worry about it. So if you're able to get reviews consistently every day, that's a million times more beneficial than just updating your page every day and throwing in like an offer or something. So don't do this unless you literally have nothing better to do with your life. Pretty much a waste of time. Okay, website SEO. Funny enough, one of these pages does not even have a website attached to it, which is kind of crazy. Did I do that because I wanted to prove a point? No, I did it because I forgot and I'm an idiot. However, proves my point, right? You don't even need a website to rank. People will tell you need backlinks, citations, SEO properly done on your website just to rank your GMB page. None of that shit really matters. If you do everything I said with the GMB page, you should rank first or at least close to. And then geotagging photos. So that's like where you put a photo that was basically taken in the location of one of the zip codes that you service. So what people do is they'll take photos and then they'll edit the geotag of the location on the photo. Fucking nerds. Holy shit. That shit does not matter at all. It's just some nerdy dumbass like fucking GMB propaganda. It's pointless. Like, you're just wasting your time. It's gonna take you like 3 minutes per photo. You're gonna waste an hour of your day adding locations to your photos. It doesn't matter. It's useless, right? So again, just to recap, these are all of the things that you need to make sure you are doing. These are all the things you don't want to be doing. And yeah, I actually am pretty good at this. I know what I'm doing. I also know how to verify an unlimited amount of Google My Business profiles, whether that is service areas like this or on addresses. As you can see, all of these locations I own. I can probably pull one up on this account really quick just to prove myself more. Yeah, I definitely have one on this Gmail account. But that is unimportant right now. Where are you? No. Wrong account. Now I'm embarrassed. Okay, hold on. Let me do this really quick. I got one here. I know that for sure, right? There you go. Boom, Ajax. Okay, so anyways, that's pretty much all for this video. Like I said, just do the main core things that you need to be doing to get these profiles ranked, and then obviously the more GMB profiles you have, the more leads you can get every single day, and the more profitable you can be with your business. Like I said, I have about 20 to 30 locations up here. So yeah, if you need any help with any of this, or you're confused, or you want help setting this up for your business, or you want to start sort of similar business as me, where I basically just do all of this stuff from my computer, contract the work, and make like 30 grand a month in profit, check out the description, shoot me a message, and we'll think of something, and we'll try to, get you right. Okay. So we'll see you in the next video.